Time now to find out what a rock and roll star did on Christmas Day, as we say hello to Dr. Octagon.
Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon is here.
Good afternoon and happy Christmas to Noel Gallagher.
Afternoon, Noel.
How are you doing?
Well, good. How are you? Happy Christmas.
Yeah, man, Christmas.
Is it really?
So miserable. How was Christmas Day in the Gallagher household?
Well, it was actually the second best Christmas I've ever had, I think.
Ah, the first one being...
When me and my wife had no children. That was the last Christmas we spent before we didn't have any kids. It was just amazing. It was good because our first one was conceived on that day. That's how good that was.
Maybe too much information there, but...
Yeah, and 5 years... Well, I could give you more information if you want, but 5 years later, 7 years later, actually, it's good.
And what did you get? What did Noel Gallagher get on Christmas morning when you came down?
What did you get Noel Gallagher on Christmas?
I don't know. What did you get the man who's got everything?
Well, exactly. I tell you what you get the man who's got everything. Nothing.
Oh, come on, you must have got
You're
something.
being a Grinch here now.
What did the kids get you first?
Oh, good heavens. My kids are not interested in getting me a present. My kids got me nothing. My missus got me a load of...
sunglasses, come on, there's one.
A guitar strap, sunglasses, a bit of a leather jacket.
A bit of a leather jacket?
Well, they can't afford the whole thing, so...
No, my missus has been looking for a very specific picture kind of photograph thing for me, and she's yet to find it. So
hold on, what does that mean, a picture photograph thing? What does that mean?
Well, it's a specific picture portrait I want of David Bowie, and we can't find it anywhere, so she's got the rest of the year to get hold of it. But other than that, I got socks off my mum, and, you know, I got, what else did I get? I got a couple of city books, actually. I got that city book, Richer Than God, which looks quite good, and then I got stuck into that, and I got a book on David Bowie, and that's about it, really.
Do you read a lot?
I do when I can. Yeah, I'm not an avid reader. I don't read novels. I find novels ludicrous. But I read factual books like, you know, some football and rock stars and all that.
And was it a good Christmas day? I'm guessing everyone sits around a table, there's turkey, there's, you know, the roast potatoes, and people talk about the last 12 months and have fine wine and enjoy themselves. Yeah, or the kids fight. The missus is pretty underwhelmed by it all, and but it was. I don't like turkey. I prefer chicken. Don't you though?
I know. It's more moist.
Yeah, turkey's horrible.
It's not hot.
It's not a good looking bird either, is it? You know what I mean?
It's a big old bird.
What are we talking about now?
We're talking about turkey.
Oh, okay. It was too easy, that one.
Did you help? Oh no, did you?
Yeah, you've been here with the apron on, and he'll be cooking.
The spuds?
No. My missus can't on me for anything on Christmas Day. No. My job on Christmas Day is construction.
Constructing what? Yeah.
Well, just opening backs of things, putting batteries in them, and, you know, making sure that all works, and just sitting with manuals all day.
Keeping the day ticking over.
Sitting with manuals
all day, just waiting, praying for Doctor Who to come on.
And did you have people...
Then as soon as Doctor Who comes on, then I'm getting right on it.
Did you have people in your house that between you and I, didn't really want there?
With two kids. I didn't really want them there. My older brother, I didn't really want him here. My mum, I didn't really want it. My wife as well. No. Just all close family.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, listen, your Christmas was sort of ruined by your team's performance, wasn't it?
Well, this year has finished where it started. Really started last year with a 1-0 away defeat to Sunderland. So, yeah, it was completely ruined yesterday. I can't even look at the papers today. I was done in yesterday with that. But it's a nice bookend. It's a nice bookend to the year. It's like we've not really come that far, apart from winning the league gloriously in the middle of all that.
Are you worried at all, deep down? Is there a part of you thinks we may struggle to retain the Premier League title this year?
I think now it looks like that quite a few teams have had success against us by parking the bus, and I think when teams come and play us, like the big teams, I think we're fine and we look great. You know, we look great against Newcastle and Chelsea and United. We play all right. I think when we play the lesser teams and they know how to you know, we play quite narrow. We don't seem to have a plan B, you know, and the contrast being United did what they had to do in the summer in the transfer market. We didn't, you know, or we haven't as yet, you know what I mean? They got Van Persie, who's won quite a few games already. So I'm not worried yet. If it gets into if the point difference was to get into double figures, then you'd kind of be a bit worried. But, you know, we were 8 points adrift last season in the home straight and we still did it. But I can't see, I don't know. We're not, it seems like we're hell bent on handing it to United on a plate at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's far from over. But the second season to win it is always harder than the first because, as you pointed out, sides know what you're up against. They know what Aguero can do. They know they can't give David Silva time on the ball. They've learnt from last season, and it's much harder. And teams play differently against Manchester City and Man United and Chelsea and all those times than they do against any other side. They try to stop you at what you're good at, and they make life as difficult as possible.
Well, it's like Reading come to us last week, and you know they slowed the game down. They're giving away free kicks. They had 10 behind the ball at all times, and you know their manager, after we nicked it at the end, was saying that it ruined what was going to be one of the greatest days of their lives. It's just like, well, okay, well, that's fair enough, you know what I mean? But I just think a point against the champions is like as much as anybody can ever hope for, bar the other top 3 or 4 teams in the country. You know what I mean? But their side, we don't seem to be able to kind of have a plan B. We do this thing now, which is slightly. We just never shoot. We just try and walk the ball in all the time. You know, it's like one extra touch and another pass, and it's kind of getting to be a bit like Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
Roberto Mancini was upset with the referee, Kevin Friend it was, saying that he had too much to eat for Christmas. I wonder if that was the problem, or I mean the goal itself. Let's talk about the goal itself, because your goalkeeper Joe Hart should never have got beaten on his near post. I mean he's done that a few times this season. Yeah,
he's done it for England as well. I haven't really been able to look at the goal. I was so furious yesterday. I've not watched it, but it was just ironic that that part-timer who played for us, Adam Johnson, would score. And Joe's he's not having a 9 out of 10 season, is he? Do you know what I mean? I think you could probably say that about the old team at the minute. We've not hit the heights. We do it sporadically. You know, every time we think we're going to go through a blip, we'll win 4 on the bounce. And against Newcastle, we thought, wow, this is brilliant. But it's kind of 2 steps forward and 1 back at the minute. But I don't remember entering into the worst part now for us. Yaya goes away for at least 4 weeks.
That's huge.
Well, it is, because Garcia's not up to much, to be honest. And Rodwell, the China doll, he's not up to much either. So we could, by the time we get back, or he gets back, we'll have Michael Richards back, and Nasri should be fit and all that. But I think if United go on a run from here on in, it might be over, you know.
What about
attempted murder now? You know what I mean? Just because the ball travels in there, he's a buffoon. I don't even want to talk about him. He annoys me.
Well,
but you've seen the goal, right? Yeah, you know the one we're talking about, the Johnny Evans' own goal. You've seen that.
Yes.
Okay.
About it?
What is, if you can take a step back and it not in theory be United, and it just be that goal? What's your view on it? Because mine is that he was interfering with play because Johnny Evans was trying to get to the ball before him.
My opinion is, I mean, I was listening to the Brazil and all that this morning, saying, oh, the rules have changed. Do you know what I mean? And the rule is, if you're not in the keeper's eye of line, and that's interfering with playing it. If you're not affecting the way that the ball travels, you're not interfering with it. It's not really, they shouldn't be saying interfering with play. If you're not interfering with the ball, then, you know, you've seen them given. I mean, you know, the rules are not black and white anymore. It's left to the referee's discretion. I'm not saying Mike Dean has got a pair, hasn't he? You know, to give that.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah. But it doesn't excuse Ferguson's rant afterwards, you know, and he gets away with it because he can. And they'll, you know, but coming off the back of last week's, you know, accusing the Swansea of attempted murder is insane. It's just like, wow. It's crazy.
I just wonder if when he said that, there was a part of him that thought, maybe I've gone too far now.
Probably not. No, probably not. No, because he is a madman, yeah.
28 goals they've conceded in 19 games, but they've scored 48. And that looks the way that the season is going to go for Manchester United. They're going to concede loads. They're also going to score more than they concede. It depends if they come up against like a Norwich side where they got beat 1-0. The Van Persies of this world couldn't perform. But that looks the way the season's going to go for Man United.
Well, fair play to Ferguson. He said on the last day of last season, we'll never lose the title on goal difference again. And Man United need more. They did what they had to do in the transfer market to get more goals. They need a couple of midfielders and a couple of centre-halves because it's all that kind of era is now coming to an end. But fair play to him. You know, they identified what the problem was, and they've gone and got Van Persie, and he will probably do it for him. You know, when I spoke to Andy at the beginning of the season, I couldn't see United getting out of first gear, and then all of a sudden, when they get him, you just think, right, well, they've outperformed City in the transfer market because with all the best will in the world, I don't think any of those players that came to City were Mancini's picks. That all smacks like a bit of trying to kind of appease, what's his name, the French guy, Platini and all that. I don't think really Scott Sinclair or Rodwell or Garcia. I like Nastasic. I don't think any of them would have got into the City squad the season before.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know whether
they're a weaker side now than they were 12 months ago.
Yep.
Well, without De Jong, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Adam Johnson never really gave us much one way or the other. Balotelli's gone gangster again, so he's not really doing much. But you know, like I've said to you a few times, he's had to fiddle with the system to try and accommodate Tevez, and we just seem to be. It's like if United are. I mean, neither City or United are playing brilliantly, but United have got the edge with Van Persie, I think. You know, like for instance, if they hadn't have had Van Persie, you know, you look at the appalling form of Wayne Rooney against Swansea, and you think United would struggle without Van Persie, I think. I mean, that's plain for everybody to see, isn't it?
I'll go along with that.
And I think it's money well spent for them. And fair play to them. They went and they got him, and they've done the business there, you know, and they've probably won it in the transfer market if they do win it.
And just a quick word as well on Chelsea. I mean, they're obviously playing well under Benitez finally now. Are they a threat, do you think, for the title this year?
I'm not sure about the title, but it's like, you know, now at the end of 10-5 yesterday, instead of us looking to push United, we're now looking over our shoulders at Chelsea. You know, we've got a game in hand and we've still got to play them. So, you know, by the end of the Christmas period, by the time Yaya gets back, you know, United could be out. I don't think Chelsea can win the league from here, you know, but I think, I mean, you never know. If any last season taught us,
that's right.
You know, you can never call it. You can never call it. Even with 4 games left, you can't call it. But United are stronger up front now. They seem to have got the man, you know. So I would say if it gets to double figures, I'd say City would be focusing more on the FA Cup, I would imagine. But I can't see Chelsea winning it from here. No. They're not good enough. They're not good enough.
I don't know.
If Chelsea go in the transfer window and buy a top-class striker that scored 20 goals,
it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it makes it. I don't think Chelsea will win it. I don't think Chelsea will win it.
I don't know.
Transfer windows is going to be huge.
I think, as Noel
this
just
January.
said, if we've learned anything from last season, it's that we don't know anything until the last.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, cause I remember being sat in a hotel room in Mexico when we just lost against Arsenal, and I'd have put everything that I owned that United would have gone on from there, and it was an incredible comeback by City, an incredible slip-up by United. You can't call those results 4-4 at Old Trafford with Everton. It's like, there's a long way to go, but, you know, if it goes to 9-10 points, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. No, listen, before we let you go, what are you doing New Year's Eve? Do you know yet?
I'm going up to Scotland. I'm going to Edinburgh, and we're going to some big kind of Hogmanay ball in a castle.
Oh, I think me and Jay are going there. We'll probably see you there.
Yeah,
No. I'm going into the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We've got our kilts and no underwear.
No, not the castle pub.
Oh, we won't see you then.
No, Edinburgh Castle. Not the Castle pub in Edinburgh.
No,
we've all been there.
You're a star, pal.
I'm barred from there anyway. But I'm going up to some Hogmanay bar. It's my father-in-law's 80th birthday.
Oh, lovely. That'd be nice. What you got him? Have you got any present yet?
Well, he's a staunch Rangers supporter, and I'm kind of affiliated with Celtic because I'm of Irish descent. So, you know, the jokey presents go out the window. He doesn't like to talk about it because, you know, they're in the 3rd division. But
you can always buy him Rangers.
Yeah.
I did offer him. I did say that. I did say, do you want me to get it for you for your 80th?
You know he's not joking as well, don't you? That's the sad part about it.
Yeah, I would have bought it for him, turned it into a Netto.
Noel, thanks for coming on, Pat. Happy Christmas and have a great New Year.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Bye.
There you go, the wonderful Noel Gallagher.